Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're bringing you guys part two of our new RTA strat. Again, showcasing a very unique comp that's allowed me to climb 150 points back into the C3 rank. So again, fam, if you guys are excited about this content, you already know what to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course hit the notification bell so you guys know when the next video drops. Now, if you have no idea why this video came up on your recommendation, or you're wondering what is this comp that you're talking about, I'll leave a link up top so you guys can go ahead and check it out. And watch that. You definitely want to watch that so you can kind of see the runes, see the strategy, hear my analysis on this one. And then we'll focus on just showcasing some of the replays moving up, because I think that even though I would like to play this live for you, some of the replays that I have were actually pretty interesting, some of the comps that they brought. And so I want to go ahead and, kind of showcase that so you guys can see kind of what happened here. Now, I will say this, I'm going to correct myself in the previous video, climbed all the way up undefeated. I actually did have a loss here, which again, I'm happy to showcase because I think this is a phenomenal comp that I overlooked here. So again, if you take a look at this comp, another turn one comp that I'm looking to, go all in and contest, because again, I'm bringing in two speedies, I'm bringing in two fast units here. I was hoping that, he would think that the, affiliate was on Swift as well. and hopefully he would allow me to have Alice, but he was smart. As you guys can see, he got rid of the speed lead because he knew that if Alice got the turn one, it would be over. I don't really realize, why he felt the need to, not get rid of Alice versus get rid of, but I get it. Like, I got a little scared of the Lucian, which honestly, you'll see here that I totally underestimated that specific attack bar booster. Obviously this guy, me personally, I feel like he has some outrageously good runes, because again, we were on the end of C1 to C2, and with 220 speed plus 220 speed on Alice, you can see, you just realize that, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Like, this guy has insane runes if he's able to do that. But personally speaking, I believe I did make mistake. The match could have been won, but I completely ruined it because I got rid of, I did not ban that attack bar reduction. Now, mind you, I bet he probably had almost the same speed when it comes to his dark twins. So he had two ways of providing attack bar improvement. He had that set up with the defense break. I mean, he had like just a really unique comp that I wanted to showcase, because like a team like that is just rarely see it. So like I said, I wanted to showcase that and bring it to you. So let's go ahead and take a look at this comp. If I remember, I don't know what I did in this comp here, but we're gonna go with the flow. So this one here, we kind of pivoted from the Alice and we played with just the Ophelia here. We went with the Oliver first pick because, he took away our Chandra. Oliver's just kind of crucial. We need a good speed lead, need somebody to control. And because he brought in, the fire-based units, I went ahead with the Chimera, which, again, you probably wouldn't have think that'd be the case. But he also, this is just one of those things where I went ahead and wanted to showcase this because, what do you do in a spot where he takes your units, right? So we threw in the mix, we switched it over, and we're basically trying to make this work. Given the situation that he put us in, right? And that's one of the things that I think is kind of lost when it comes to RTA strategy videos. Sometimes we're so focused on our strategy, and what we're trying to do is like, well, what do you do when they bring in XYZ, or they bring in something that you're not expecting, or they take your units? And so that's what happened to me. This is my first time taking this comp, and them taking the units, and so I'm like, oh crap, I'm in trouble because Chandra's a main unit, in my core here. What do I do in that spot? So I was able to pivot through, and we got the job done there. So we'll move on to the next one so you guys can see this one. So I think this one actually is really interesting here. This one, we're bringing in, the two speedies, but the double threat here, and he has some obviously meta units here. He has units that's going to slow down my Oliver, my Chandra with regards to the attack bar with the Tian Lang, and he has the cigar that's going to stripper control. But the best part about it is he doesn't have any speed lead, so we take advantage of that, right? We basically deny him turn one and lock it in with the attack bar boost. I believe, from Chandra. Oh no, he got rid of that, right? He got rid of that. No, he got rid of Miles. Yeah, we still got that. And we try to get back to him. I think Irene's probably on a Swift build. No, I don't think it was on a Swift build. But either way, we feel pretty good about it. This guy's already putting emos. He knows exactly what I'm doing here. So yeah, we're going with it. Now, I make a little bit of mistake here. I did not go for the single target strip so I can use all of it to reset. But again, I felt like I wasn't really too concerned because one, he doesn't have any kind of immunity. He doesn't have like a village or anything to, combat the ability to strip afterwards. So I felt like once the damage mitigation was in, like it's just simply a matter of time, right? The only unit that is in question right now is the water, the blue fatty, as John B would call it, right? That's the one that's going to provide him a little bit of sustain. And of course, we cannot take it lightly that his cigar can definitely slow us down if he gets the right reset here. So either way we look at it, it's simply just a battle, for time. Can we do enough? Can we protect enough? And prevent this guy from, getting the chance to either reset me with cigar or, get his skill 3 in to get the CC and a little bit of heal. I wanted to go for the Tian Lang first, which probably is not the biggest part, but once Tian Lang's out the way, Oliver can do all of her things, and I feel like I could just keep on pushing back cigar and the blue fatty, and it would have been fine here. So next one up is going to be another interesting one here. This is my first attack versus a heavy free to play user here. It's funny because if you see his avatar is it's LD God's Army. Like this guy truly does is free to play, right? Look at this lineup here. So again, we all know what. I can't pronounce his name, but the guy that I banned, can do the attack bar manipulation, the control. So he's out the question, and we went for the Juno, which is probably, going to be a surprise to you. I just wanted to have a second stripper, just in case my Jingze and, Chandra didn't do enough here. But I am happy about this. Oh, wait, he had that was the Nephthys there? I think that's why we brought it in. We got the Nephthys in there so that we can... we had the Juno in there so that we can protect against the net. This is kind of like a pivot movement here, but we were in a really good spot. We had literally no issues here. I'm not really sure what he was doing with this comp, but again, it's just one of those things where, yeah, the match might take a little bit longer than expected, but it's still something that we can protect. If we get the first turn and we get that, protection up, he's gonna be having some issues here. So we're happy about that. So next one that we got going on here is interesting comp. Again, first turn, he has protection. He has multiple ways of cleansing with damage. This is one that I actually considered like bringing in like the Miles with the segment, but after looking at this lineup and how heavy it was on fire, I'm like, you know what? I think what I want to go ahead and do is just ban the Water Monkey King there, and then just kind of again slowly but surely work him down and try to strip and control some of the units here. Of course, Miles, great unit when it comes to this lineup. He has a stripping, he has good damage, we could do wonders with him. But Ethna, despite all the fire here, a little bit scary, but I think my intention was I wasn't really worried about him taking it out, because again, the whole strategy of this is to go ahead and force the attack on him. So you notice here, wasn't really concerned about that Fire Monkey King because him being super low, because I knew he had attacked the Ophelia, and I knew that Chandra was going to counterattack here on a crit damage. With a crit damage there. Defense break, I think it's good. Again, I think I'm losing value, and I'm going to have to go back to what I said in the first video where I considered specific builds, crit damage builds, swift crit damage builds for Chandra, and then like potentially the rage build on the Jingze. I think that's actually going to be a better scenario. But again, that'll be for another video. So yeah, I switch over to the protection, get myself, out of there. A Fire Monkey King, very scary unit, considering what I have. But luckily for us, like I said, we were able to get some defense breaks early on, do some good damage early on, get Chandra to take it out, and then now it's just a matter of controlling whatever skill threes that Vanessa have or Lima have, and doing the work here. So now this one here, this is the com. This one here is Spunga is another one that we run into. So you'll notice here that I kind of bring in another unit that I was talking about in the lineup here, which is Kinky, which is, again, don't really have to talk about him. He's just a phenomenal unit when, people bring a lot of heavy AoEs. So we bring in him, we lose Alice, but we also, take away his Gianna. So this is one of those things where it's very, very scary, if you ask me, because this is, he does have a lot of units like a strip, stun, control. But if you notice there, I was able to sneak in and get Chandra to get that, turn one after Ethna goes. I made the mistake of doing the AoE that triggered the water Ryu or whatever, right? But I was able to, like I said, I was able to, get a nice little counterattack, stun him. He was locked in. And after that, it was pretty much over. Like, we got the immunity, so we deny Oliver to do work when his turn arrives, but I think it worked out pretty good. So yeah, now this one I'm happy to showcase to you guys, because if you see, I actually fight the same guy that I did in the previous match before this last one here. So he already knows who I am. He knows what I'm about. So we're gonna show you guys how he decides to kind of pivot through and see if he can, get the best of me. He tries to take the unit that, brought in all the counterattacks and whatnot here. He brings in better speed leads to try to get the jump on me. And he also brings in, two strippers here early on because he knows what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bring in that reduction. So yeah, this is where we're at. I leave one main damage unit that makes sense to get rid of here. But again, if I don't have the damage unit like an Ethna to do work, I'm not worried about it because I just got so much control. It doesn't matter, right? Yeah, sure, he can strip my immunity, my whatever. But once Alice uses her ability, it doesn't matter what Jingzai is going to do here. Yeah, he can bring in the defense break to make Alice's damage a little bit weaker, but we got the immunity turn one, and we got the cry of threat on that unit here. We can also pivot through, switch when it comes to, Chandra providing the hug on a different unit, right? But what's the point? If we got Ophelia up, we'll use her to get full value here. So this one here, I believe, took a little bit longer than expected. I'm going to go ahead and do the ×3 on this one here because obviously there's just no damage on his side. Our damage is a little bit slower because we have one less defense breaker because we don't have that Jingzai, and we have to rely on Alice to provide us that additional, defense break or whatever, which of course sometimes is obviously really hard to do to get her accuracy higher enough to actually land those defense breaks. So we were so focused on the speed, we did what we can to get the most speed possible, not really looking at the accuracy that we currently had. But as you guys can see, slowly but surely we're bringing her down. Again, that Chandra I think is just a crucial component of this comp that works, right? We got the attack bar, we got the hub, we got the counterattack, we got the strip, we got the stun, but we a lot of people forget about that hub, or excuse me, that slow. That AoE slow when you're trying to run a comp like this, I think it's very important, right? I think we undervalue slow debuffs in general, right? We just think about damage. But again, this is a turn-based game, and slow is just another one of those ways of denying that turn. If we can't control them, we can't freeze them, we can't stun them, whatever. If they're immune to inability effects, hey, they're not immune to slows, right? That's still a really strong way if we could do it. So again, getting back into a 3 versus 3, we have the way of getting tons of additional damage here because we got the hug, we got the cry of threat, we got all the main skills not being able to do work because we got Oliver controlling. So everything is working really, really good here. Slowly but surely, this team will go down. Yes, this team can look boring. Yes, this team can take a little time. But if you are looking to just simply climb and bring in something that's reliable, I think that something like this is going to work, right? If you remember what I did in my previous ones, I was just so focused on turn one, doing a little RTA, TOA, little setup here, and trying to get that to work. It's great when it works, but if they resist something, if they violent park out of something, like it's just you can't really do anything about it, right? So this one here, this is another one where Actually, to be honest with you, I would show this one, but I feel like there was nothing unique about this one. Again, if you take a look at it right now, his main damage was the Ciara, and we went ahead and banned that because we knew we were going to get ourselves that turn one damage reduction with Alice here, and we just basically worked him down little by little. Again, nothing really unique about this one, so we'll go ahead and skip that one. Next one here is kind of cool. This one here, we incorporated somebody else. We brought in the little Miss Minato. And if you notice here, he brought in the Wind Tanjiro, which of course is a fun unit here that we don't see all too often. So we're going to showcase this one here. Now, take a look at what he had versus what I had and why I went with the ban on this one. Obviously, the ability to take out Cigar or, segment, with regards to the reset abilities is pretty crazy, but I could not take out both. But what I can do is try to get the first turn, which I did with the Chandra that's on that Swift build, and do exactly what I want to do, right? We got the first turn, we got the attack bar increase, we got the reset on the segment, and then we forced the Cigar to attack either the Cryo Threat or the Minato or whatever. So like it worked out really, really good, despite the fact that we lost Minato early on. But like I said, when it comes to those turn one comps, like if we sneak in, something that brings in whatever it is, attack bar or whatever. Like if I could bring in like a unit like Charlotte or something like that, attack bar manipulation on the negative end plus the positive end, super strong unit would be great. But the thing about Chandra is his everything else in his kit, right? He has the attack bar like Charlotte, but he also has the strips, the stuns, the hug for the additional counterattacks, the guaranteed crit damage, the crit on that skill 3, right? Like I said, I think the build is Swift, like crit damage build. I just don't have the rune set up right now to do it, but like like I said, I'm definitely looking to adjust the things, like polish this comp. I think that setting up counterattack crit damage units is great. Now the thing of it is, we got the, Chandra is HP based unit with the hug that, takes damage, protects the units. But if, one of the two, like the Alice or the Ophelia is in there, like we don't have to worry about damage per se, because Alice, damage reduction, right? Ophelia, we got the HP shield. Like we're sitting good. Like I do really feel like I'm very passionate about this one. I really do feel like we got something here with this comp, and it could be showcased even better with the people that actually have really good runes, and do it. So this is the one that I want to finish off with. This was the one that I was really excited about, because of course when you see Visa Chell set up in the first one, you know exactly what this guy's doing. I feel like this guy's like me, where he had this comp and has got him some wins. And actually, if I recall correctly, if this is the rage I'm talking about, actually no rage from the YouTube and Twitch community there. But this is something that, like, kind of like my previous comp early on. This is something that generally people know about, and they can counter it in certain ways. But I wanted to showcase this because there's something really unique about this one, that people are not going to be. They're probably going to be surprised, but you're probably going to be like, you know what? You banned the Leo versus like, one of his main damage dealers, right? He has the ability to increase the attack bar to resurge or whatever it is, Leo, or bring in some other, unit, into, increase the attack bar or whatnot. So I think you guys are going to be surprised about this. Let's take a look, right? So let's take a look. So I get rid of the Leo. Not for the fact that he can do, ignore defense and just snipe me or whatever. But we bring in the Leo, we take out the Leo so that we can have turn one damage reduction by some kind of means, right? We get the first turn, we get the damage reduction, and you'll notice he uses Lucian, but take note on the damage here. The damage was ignore defense, yet, it did not do any damage. Why is that? Because the damage reduction still works in that fashion. He cannot do the damage that he wants to with that lineup, with Alice's buff in there. And I think that's something that people overlook. Again, I'm going to go ahead and play it one more time because I had it go too fast when I showcase it. So you guys will see that the damage reduction does exactly what you wanted to do, preventing him from doing massive amounts of damage here. And he notices that, and he realizes the match is over, but he stays in there. He wanted to get Leah. All he needed was Lucian to kill one unit, and then Carlos pops off. That's all he needed to do, right? If Lucian kills Oliver or Chandra, he can, just lay waste on any of those fire units and do work here. But again, we secured turn one because we got rid of Leo. We banned correctly, and he just can't do anything after that. He's just one of those comps like me that I used to have prior to that. It has that, kind of unique, setup there to get the jump on somebody if they don't really know about it. But once they know about it, it's easy to kind of counter, easy to kind of deal with. So overall, this is what I've seen so far. If I have more matches that I want to showcase, like in a video like this, I'll do it. But I'm hoping that the next video that I can do will be just showcasing it live, so you guys can kind of hear my thought process as I do. And then, like I said, let me know what you guys think about this particular team. I think, like I said, I think maybe there's going to be too many people out that are either too strong when it comes to their drafting, they're good when it comes to pivoting, or have more counter units to make things more challenging. But I think overall, the team is sound, and it can do wonders. Again, for that mid-range, Conquer one, even into the Punisher, if the runes are there. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section down below. How would you improvement? Again, what the improvements that I'm seeing right now is, if I don't want to make this thing, last super long, want to speed things up, how can I get value out of the additional non-turns that I'm doing? And the way I'm looking to do that is by building like a rage build on the Jingzei, as well as a swift crit damage Chandra with crazy HP. Again, as you guys know, it needs a crazy amount of runes, a crazy amount of efficiency to make that work. But I think it's something that could really work well if I can get the proper runes on eventually. So okay, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. This is part 2 of the RTA series. For whatever reason, if you didn't see that first one, the link is up top here. But until next time, guys, take care. God bless. We'll see you on the next one.